Welcome to the GLD Vision Screening System overview video. This general overview of the system is to help get you familiar with the navigation controls, the calibration settings, adding users and schools, managing access permissions, uploading student rosters, conducting vision screenings, and accessing and understanding the color-coded reporting system. Logging onto the system. To access GLD Vision, open any web browser and visit students.vision. This will take you to the initial login page. Note that GLD Vision is optimized for Chrome, but will work on any web browser. On this homepage, you can select one of 11 available languages you wish to work in. Once selected, the system will display in that language until changed. You will also notice a video that you can show to people to educate them on what GLD Vision is and how it can benefit your community. There is also an option to start a 30-day free trial. Next, you will see two login options. One is for a parent or a guardian to log in to access their child's screening results, and the other is for the school administration or proctor volunteer access. Today, we will be focusing on the school admin login side of the system. There's also a Forgot Password button and a Request Access button. If you forget your password, you can enter your email and have a password reset email sent to you. If you are requesting access, you can choose either new account requests or existing GLD credentials. Click on the login button, enter your credentials, and you will be taken to the system's homepage. On this page, you will see several navigation buttons. Next to each button, you will see a YouTube icon. Clicking on this icon will take you to a more in-depth tutorial on how each button works and will provide more detailed training for the proctor. In this video, we will do a brief exploration of each button to familiarize yourself with the system and its controls. We recommend that you watch each video before conducting any screenings. System configuration and screen size calibration. First, let us access the System Configuration and Screen Size Calibration button. Here, you will see several settings that will help optimize the system to meet your needs. You can adjust the distance of the screening between 7 and 10 feet, depending on the size of the room that you are working in. You can choose whether to require student's ID when entering or uploading student data. You can choose whether to screen for threshold or critical line. The system is smart enough to choose the age-appropriate optotypes and will adjust accordingly. There is an option to include any near acuity data that you may have already collected for each student. Next, you can choose whether to always test for stereo vision or have the system auto-determine when that is appropriate. And finally, you can choose whether to always test for color vision or make it optional. For each of these settings, there is also the option to allow a proctor override. Simply click on the radio button for each setting to turn on or off this option. When turned on, the proctor can override this portion of the screening. After your settings have been set, you will want to calibrate the size of the screen. To do this, scroll to the bottom of the page and select the blue calibration button. You will notice the system will enter full screen mode and an image of a credit card has appeared. Here, you can adjust the width and height both vertically and horizontally until the size of the card on the screen matches the size of your real card. This simple calibration will ensure the system is displaying the correct sized optotypes. Please note that if you are a Mac user, you will need to follow the on-page instructions to adjust your system settings that will hide the menu bar when entering full screen mode. The calibration process is only required one time, but must be performed on each device prior to screenings. Managing schools. Next, let us explore the Manage Schools button. Here you have the option to add, modify, or delete a school. To add a new school, enter the school's name, 10-digit phone number, and zip code. The system will verify the school to ensure that this data has not already been registered. A verification window will pop up showing any schools with similar names and give you the option to change school details or confirm the school's information is correct. The school will then be added to your account. To modify, select a school from the drop-down menu and then change any necessary information and click on Save Changes. To delete, select the school from the drop-down menu and click Delete. You will have to confirm once more to permanently remove that school from your account. Under this tab, you can upload your school logo. Simply drag and drop your logo into the box or select the box to open a file selection window. Managing users. Next, let us explore the Manage Users button. Here you have the option to add, modify, or delete a user. To add a user, enter the user's first and last name, email address, and phone number. Note the system will verify the email to ensure that this data has not already been in the system. You can manage what access each user has from this drop-down menu. The options are screening only, screening and reports, screening, reports, and roster upload, and all access plus user and school management and system configuration. For example, you may have a volunteer that is helping at the school, so they would only need access to the screening portion of the system. Finally, you can choose to give user access to all schools registered or select a school from the list provided. Note that you can choose multiple schools, but you must choose at least one school. To modify a user, simply choose that user from the pull-down menu, update the relevant information, and select Save Changes. You will see a confirmation message showing that the user info was modified. To delete a user, again choose from the drop-down menu, then click Delete Selected User. You will see a secondary confirmation message, and if you click Yes, that user will be permanently deleted from your system. Uploading student rosters. Next, we will briefly look at the Upload Student Roster button. On this page, you will see several tabs: Upload Roster, Instructions, Delete Existing Roster, and Manually Enter Students. On the Upload Roster tab, select the school from the pull-down menu, and you will see a red outlined drag and drop box appear. You can drag your file into the box, or click on the box to open a file selection window. Files must be in CSV format and need to be formatted to meet the GLD vision requirements. Under the Instructions tab, you can download an easy-to-use template that is pre-formatted. Simply enter the information for each column and then save as a CSV file. Once your roster has been uploaded, you can choose students from a list on the screening page. To delete an existing roster, choose a school from the pull-down menu and click on the red Delete Roster for a selected school button. A confirmation window will appear, and by clicking Yes, you will permanently delete that roster from the system. Last, you can manually enter students by selecting the correct school, then filling out the form and clicking on Save Student. Note that the red line fields are required data. Conducting vision screenings. Okay, we have everything set up, and now you are ready to start vision screenings. First, select the school from your drop-down menu. If you have uploaded your student rosters in advance, you will see a blue Select Student button. From there, you can choose your student from the list, which is sorted alphabetically by last name. Double-click on the student to select, confirm your selection, and the system will autofill the necessary fields. Note that you will need to select whether the student normally wears glasses for distance, and if they are currently wearing them or not, or if they forgot them, or if they were stolen. When the system has all the information it needs, a green Begin Screening button will appear. You will also notice a screening checklist button that will bring up the 6 steps you need to complete in order to have a successful vision screening. To begin screening, click on the words that appear on the screen. The system will enter full screen mode, and from this point forward, simply follow the instructions on the screen. Press Enter on the screen to begin. First, the system will screen both eyes, and then will ask the proctor to occlude or patch the student's left eye. To occlude the student's eye, use the flip-up occluding glasses provided in the GLD Vision Support Kit. Press Enter to continue the screening, and repeat this step with the right eye. Next, remove the occluding glasses and continue the screening for color vision if selected. If appropriate, the system will then instruct the proctor to put on the red-blue stereo glasses and continue the screening. Note that sometimes a child will have difficulty seeing the stereo image from a distance. In these instances, you will use the provided stereo near card to show the student, and they will manually point to the images that they see on the response panel at the bottom of the card. If the student sees the images, you will press A. If they cannot see the images, you will press B. The screening is now complete. Every student, regardless of their results, will see the same great job and fireworks display. In low contrast and in small letters, the proctor will be able to see if that student has passed or is referred. To proceed to the next screening, simply excuse the student and press the spacebar to return to the student selection page. As each student is selected from the list, their names will be removed after screening to allow the proctor to only select from students that have yet to be screened. At the top of your student list, there is a screen time estimator that can help school nurses and proctors determine how much time it will take to screen students based on the number of computers being used and the number of students being screened. In this example, there are 315 students, and with one computer, it would take about 24 and a half hours to screen each student. If we increase the number of computers to 4, the total time will come to just over 6 hours to complete. This tool makes it easy to plan and streamline your vision screenings. For a guide with more tips and tricks on best screening practices, visit our website or click on the link in the description below. Accessing screening reports. Your screenings are complete, and now you want to see the results. On the main page, click on the Access Screening Reports button, and then select a school from the drop-down menu. You will notice that there are several options for filtering the list by start or end date, student name, grade, or teacher. Below these filters are the colors and definitions for each category of results. Red means the student did not pass, and the report has not been viewed by a parent or guardian. Blue means the student did not pass, and the parent or guardian has reviewed the report. Black means the student has passed the screening, but the parent has not seen the report. And green means the student has passed, and the parent or guardian has seen the report. This color-coded system makes it easy to focus on students in red. How does the system know which parents and guardians have viewed the report? GLD Vision supplies a sample email template that schools can copy and paste into their school's email system, and with one email, reach every parent. The email template will include a unique school ID that is part of the information needed for parents or guardians to access their child's vision screening report. Note that GLD Vision does not contact any parent or guardian. This completes our overview of the GLD Vision screening system. Thank you for your time. We look forward to working with you to help meet your student vision screening goals.